So a couple weeks ago, I seen a video on the Book of Enoch. It's one of the missing books of the Bible. So I found it on Tik Tok Shop, and I actually got it. And when I tell you this book is a soap opera of epic proportions, this book is a soap opera. So I'm gonna give y'all a recap of its Spark Notes edition. So quick, simple, and to the source. And even though I'm not religious, I love a good historical text or mythology per se. So before we get into it, I think some things you need to know about Enoch is he's like, as Beyonce would say, one of one. Well, one of two because Elijah. But Enoch never knew death. He never died. He's the father of one of the oldest men, Methuselah. So in other terms, his walk in life was so pleasing to God. God was like, he who got blessed, no man could curse ever. So you know how Lana Del Rey was like, we're born to die? My boy wasn't. And like I said earlier, Enoch is kind of like Elijah. You know, Elijah never died. He went up in a whirlwind. Could you imagine you just standing there and somebody go up in a tornado boy? And I say this loosely, but the book is pretty much a culmination of a lot of texts that are made into a compilation that creates the story. And the 5 main books are the Book of Watchers, the Book of Parables, the Book of Luminaries, Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. Those words be hard as hell. So these angels came down to earth. These angels known as the sons of God or the sons of heaven. They saw some humans and they got busy. They hit them with the bounce chicka wow wow. And the leader over here, his name is Shimmy Hava, but we gonna call him Shimmy for short because y'all, I have a speech impediment and I'm not trying to trigger it. So these angels, who are like celestial spiritual beings, and these humans' flesh, they come together and girl, they make giants, Nephilim. And the giants were also referred to as the mighty that were of old. That gave me H.P. Lovecraft vibe. But here's the thing, these angels knew what they were doing and they knew better. These giants, they were savages. And they started eating humans and just drinking their blood on some True Blood type shit. And I mean, let's be real, these giants, the Nephilim, they were monsters among men. But also the Watchers, they were very devious people. FYI, the Watchers are also the name for the angels that came down from heaven to earth to mess with mortal women and get their shabalaba ding dong on. But the Watchers, of course, from being angels, they're skilled and they know a lot of the mysteries, not all the mysteries, and I'm going to come back to that later. So the Watchers, they know some of the secrets from heaven, so they begin telling mankind about some of them. And you know what those secrets are? One taught mankind about astrology and the stars and the cosmos. One taught men how to make swords and battle gear for wars and shit. Shimmy, the leader, he taught magic and sorcery. But the problem is the Watchers and the Giants, they were destroying mankind because, they were pretty much planting the seeds of their own destruction. So the 4 archangels, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael, we gotta step in because Earth is going to hell. Literally. So the archangels were each given a job. One was to tell Noah to hide. He tells Noah, hide yourself because you about to have your own story pretty soon. I think he sends Gabriel to destroy the giant. He sends Michael to imprison Shimmy, the leader. And also, I skipped over this part in the beginning, but the leader, Shimmy, he had a feeling in the beginning that this would end up backfiring on his behalf. He was even nah, we all gonna make a promise that we'll all take the fall together, but you know how when shit gets real, how people act. And then God tells another one of the archangels to imprison the other Watcher. So meantime, in between time, I bet you're well, where is Enoch and all this stuff? Because while the world was getting destroyed and stuff like that, Enoch was up in the heavens with God and stuff like that on his paradise lost shit, but not lost. So pretty much God tells Enoch, go tell them that their day has come and you in trouble, boy. So Enoch goes down there and tells them, God is mad with y'all. Y'all done messed up now. In the words of Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost, you in trouble. Remember, Enoch is a psychic prophet. So now the angels is all scared because they know Daddy's mad. Ooh, sorry, using the word daddy just made me cringe in context. So the angels, aka the Watchers, the fallen ones, they're can you write this petition and tell him pretty much we're sorry? But it's too late. In the words of Angela Bassett, the damage is done. And side note, if you're wondering where Enoch was when they were having all these giant babies and stuff like that and the angels was messing with man, God had Enoch hidden while the archangels and him cleaned up the earth. But God's forget that. I need you to deliver a message. So Enoch ends up having a dream, and within the dream he has a vision where God is I sent you down there, you gotta reprimand them and tell them pretty much the day of reckoning is here for them. And it's pretty much too late for y'all, and now y'all gotta watch y'all kids die. And while Enoch is telling them all this stuff, so in the midst of all this stuff, Enoch pretty much tells them how God summoned him in a cloud and stuff like that. And lightning, mist, and thunder brought him within a vision of heaven. And the description is so beautiful. I'll let y'all read it on your own if you want to, because it's a lot. Let's just say it was as hot as fire and as cold as ice. So pretty much the best of both worlds. And he sees two big houses, and then he sees this gigantic throne that has nothing but like this powerful energy that emits from. And let me look at my notes, because it said, he sees two houses, a big one with a throne with flames of fire and a great glory that sat upon it. And guess who the glory was? It's God. And God's pretty much like, Enoch, don't come to me on their behalf. I don't need their petitions pretty much. They're angels. I don't need man coming to me on their behalf. I sent them down there to watch mankind, and you see what they did. They don't need a messenger. And God tells Enoch that as he slays the giants, where the archangels will, pretty much since they're half angel, half human, celestial and flesh, that on the earth after they die, since they have a spirit now, because since they're half mortal, they will be known as evil spirits. And these evil spirits were able to do harm onto the world and those who dwell on it, aka us. And all those evil spirits and lower entities will be able to do what they want until judgment. And then after that, they will know no peace. And just like how he's taken out the giants, he's taken out the fallen, the watchers, the women who mother these giants, they get turned into sirens. And while he's up there, Enoch sees the angels that can take on different forms, all types of magical shit. And of course, the watchers, they all get locked away, are killed, and their spirits roam the earth as evil spirit. I'm paraphrasing this. It's said differently in the book, just to let y'all know. And there's even a part where they mention Cain and Abel, and how Abel's spirit still wanders the earth, and how he pleads and begs for Cain's seeds to never sprout, if you know what I mean. He pretty much wants his brother's seed to be wiped from the earth after he gave him two to the dome. So the Book of Enoch, I find this to be a very interesting read. Would it be something I would read again? Probably not. But one thing about it, at least I can say I did it once. So yeah, the Book of Enoch is pretty good. And the character of Enoch, he pretty much walks in that personification of he who got blessed, no man can curse ever, unless you're the watcher. So yeah, that's what I think about it. And I'll say it again, I summarized a lot of the stuff, left a lot of stuff out. Read it for yourself so you get your own interpretation.